Hello, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Becca and today we are going to be discussing some of my 5-star predictions. So I did this video about 11 months ago and I do eventually plan to do a revisit of those 5 books and then these 5 books. However, the reason that I am making a new 5-star predictions video is because I have started planning my 2019 goals and what I'm going to be doing regarding challenges and things for the new year, how I'm going to restructure some of the popular videos that I do. Part of those challenges includes me drawing on past content and I want the pool of choice, the pool of books, to be a little bit bigger, and so I'm going to be doing another round of 5-star predictions for you guys today. So as I'm sure you know, this is going to be 5 books that I predict I'm going to be giving 5 stars. They are all from my TBR. They are all sci-fi or fantasy just because that is my preferred genre and I'm more likely to 5-star those books. But I think that's all you need to know and we're gonna hop right into it. The first one is Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. This is the first book in the Witchland series and this follows 2 young girls in a world where people have different sorts of powers, and our main character is a truth witch, which means that she knows who is telling the truth and who is lying. A lot of people want to kill her for this, so she has to hide her magic, and I'm guessing it comes out some way or another and the story unfolds from there. I've heard some pretty good things about this. It's reasonably hyped on BookTube and I believe the last book has just come out because Faye Crate sent me an email about Hangover Crate, so I'm guessing that this series is now finished, which means if I do start it I can finish it and I don't have that long waiting period in between books. The next book is a pretty hyped sci-fi and that is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. This is also the first book in a trilogy. This is a sci-fi trilogy and it follows a girl who joins the crew of the spaceship the Wayfarer. Now I've heard that this is very diverse. I'm not sure if it's like real world diversity or diversity amongst the imagined races of this world, but I've heard excellent things about it. I do think that I will give it 5 stars because I really love sci-fi, and something that I'm starting to realize, which I never expected, is that it's very possible that I actually enjoy sci-fi more than I enjoy fantasy. I just haven't read very much of it, so that's going to be like an ongoing learning process for me and we'll see where it ends up. But I think I'm going to absolutely love this. The only thing that may make it not a complete 5 stars is that it's very character driven. I do enjoy character driven books like Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, but I do prefer plot driven. If I get to the end of the book and I feel like there was no point me reading it, then I tend to put it down a star. But as long as there is enough plot and I feel like there is actually a story here, then I'm going to absolutely love this. A lot of booktubers I really love this book. A lot of booktubers who don't read a lot of sci-fi still really enjoyed this book, and so I have really high hopes for it. Next up we have Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor, first book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy, and this follows Carew, who lives half in the demon world and half in the human world in Amsterdam. I don't really know much about it than that, but from experience in Strange the Dreamer, I do know that it is better to go into Laini Taylor's books blind and just discover things as you go along. What I do know about this is that Muse of Nightmares has some Easter eggs for those who have read this trilogy, and so I really need to read it. I also have the illustrated novella, which is just absolutely beautiful, so I need to know what all that is about. Ryan recently read this and he said that he likes it around about the same, if not more, than Strange the Dreamer, which obviously is like a huge incentive for me to get on this series. So I'm really excited to see where this takes me. I know I'm gonna love it because I absolutely love Laini. However, I don't like to say that an author is my favorite author unless I have read multiple works, as in like if they're series writers, multiple series by them. So I need to read this so that I can cement the fact that Laini Taylor is one of my favorite authors. Another favorite author of mine, Sarah J. Maas. This is Catwoman Soulstealer. It is the 3rd book in the DC Icon series. I did read the Batman one and I didn't really like it, but I'm not a huge superhero person. However, Catwoman is like an anti-hero or more of a villain, so I think that I really like her character. I do also know that Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn are in this book, which badass bitches all around. With it being Sarah J. Maas, out of the whole 12 books that she has written, not including this one, I have read 11 and only one of them I have given less than a 5 stars, and I gave it a 4. So I'm pretty convinced that I'm going to give this book 5 stars because I absolutely adore Sarah. I adore the way that she writes characters and makes you really care about people. I also love how she can manipulate your emotions, which may not be a good thing as like a character person, like somebody's personality, but when writing a book and wanting to have like great plot twists and making you care about them, it is excellent. So I have high hopes for this. Not sure when I'll get to it, but it's likely to be sooner rather than later because I want to have read everything by Sarah J Maas. And then lastly, we have Lifelike by the wonderful J Kristoff. Now, all I know about this is that it is a sci-fi and I believe it has some sort of take on Robot Wars. However, I have read the 2 books in the Nevernight trilogy that have been released so far, which is Nevernight and Godsgrave, and I have read the first book in the Lotus War series. I've literally just finished that. It was called Storm Dancer and it was amazing. I think I might even like it more than Nevernight, which is saying a lot. This is a sci-fi, as I just said. I'm getting really into sci-fi. It's by J Kristoff, who is an absolute master. I love his brutality. I love how no character is safe. Being a young adult reader for such a long time, you get accustomed to characters always being safe and, oh, nobody's gonna die, or if they do die, they'll be resurrected, or if they do die and it's not sort of like on the page as much, then they won't have actually died and they'll just come back later. J Kristoff just straight up kills people. So nobody is safe. I really like that. He also can make you feel the way Sarah J Maas can, but in a different way. It's his brutality that makes you feel, because the characters that you think are safe are not safe. So I'm really excited for this one. This is definitely young adult. I mean, I've just read Storm Dancer, which I believed was young adult, but it does have more of an adult writing style. I'm not sure how this will be different with it being like a solid young adult book, but I am excited to find out and I'm pretty sure I'm going to love it. So that is everything for my 5-star predictions. Please let me know if you have read any of these and what rating you have given them. Please also don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe if you want to. If you head into my description box, you'll find a link to my Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter if you'd like to follow me on any of those, as well as a link to my Bookish body butter and candle website, the Instagram for that, and a 10% off discount code. But that's it from me today. Bye!
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you'll go where nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.